Welcome everyone to another episode of the Swing Easy Golf Podcast. Bryson DeChambeau, yet again, another champion, back-to-backs. South Africa, an absolutely amazing event. Players missing out on the Masters because of this. We've got everything to talk about, and it's all coming in this episode. Today, we're joined by Damien, all the way in Austria. That's how committed he is to it. So, Damien, how are we? How's the holiday? How's you?
Hi, mate. That was a fantastic introduction. Yeah, I'm having a great time. A lot of skiing. Got my helmet and goggles. But
I'm going
wasn't
to
allowed
need
to
that
do the
when you're
podcast
back.
in that. Yeah. But no, overall, mate, having a great time. It's
Good.
been lovely. The weather's been great. It's been sunny. Haven't played any golf, obviously. Just been on the slopes and then watching a lot of live after, and then catching up with you. How's your golf been?
Yeah, I've played two of the best rounds I think I've ever played so far. This new swing change is helping me massively. It's crazy what it's doing for my game, and it's just filling me full of confidence. So I've messaged Tim, the golf instructor. I've said thank you to him again because he's saving my
Nice
game.
shout out.
And, yeah, and I cannot wait for get into the season running now, because if it's going to be like this, it's going to be so good. And I'm not going to lie, I might have found one of your TP5s on the golf course, so I use that.
Really?
I use that. So I'm not going to use a TP5. I'm going to not TP5X. I'm going to use the TP5s. That's my ball for this year. But there's still
No way.
yeah, there's still going to be picks. Like
It's got my name on it.
yeah, it just had Damien on it. I was like, I wonder whose that is. But it's a great ball, and I think I'm going to change to that this year. And I'm super excited to get the ball
No
rolling now
way.
and get the season going. Yeah, we are just a couple of weeks away as well from probably the first comp as well of the year. So it was
When is that?
nice to get
You know.
April, yeah, start of April. So soon. And I spoke to Big Nige, our club PGA Tour pro, and he has kind of said that he thinks we're going to be off mats next week. So the
Wow,
fingers are fully crossed that we are
mate.
off mats next week. But yeah, anyway, none of our nonsense golf. Let's get to the proper golf, eh? Golf. Live South Africa, absolutely fantastic event. I was dubious by it, but
Mm.
by God, they blew me away. That is one of the greatest events I've watched of Live, and as a watching experience, and just watching it as all unfold, and the fans, everything, the team of the Southern Guards. What an event!
Hmm.
They should be just super proud, absolutely proud, because that I'm glad that they've got it for the next years as well. I know that was
Yeah, yeah,
confirmed in there. They fully deserve it. It was just a sensational watch. I was just dead happy watching it. I had a smile on my face, and it was
yeah,
just dead good. And I can't speak highly about it.
yeah. The whole event was crazy. Like you said, a little bit dubious. You didn't know what we are going to expect.
Mm.
They promised massive things, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was just, it was just packed. The crowd were great. Dean Burmester was just a kind of a showstopper all the way around. He was getting really into it, and
Mm.
it was one of the greatest like sporting events and things I've watched. I think
Mm.
day three was just crazy. Every shot was basically a birdie,
Yeah,
and then so much drama on day four. Yeah, it was phenomenal. Definitely up there with rivaling Adelaide, which will just mean Adelaide are going to have to up their game again. And but like you said,
yeah.
they've already confirmed for next year. It shows that Liv is still growing, and the global
Oh
game is
wow,
still growing.
yeah.
Like, they're growing the game globally, and that was a pure sign of what it's capable of.
Absolutely. And I think if you were to find a Deburmeister before, I think he has just made himself a lot of new fans outside of
Yeah,
South Africa as well,
yeah,
because he was, like you say, just loving it, playing the part of the cult hero, and it was great to see. He was just every single shot, he was cheering himself, he was giving it the fans. It was just great to see, and yeah,
yeah,
you don't see that side of golf sometimes, and I know sometimes it can be a little bit like, oh, people don't agree with it, but I think it needed that, and it was
yeah.
fantastic, and it just gave the boost to the crowd as well. And I will speak on the crowd as well. Heading into the last holes, where it was Bryson, Grace, they were cheering, and then it was loud. It was like they're giving it, and then as soon as a player was up to the shot, it was
Mm,
silence. The
hmm.
respect, even though they were cheering, the respect they showed for each and every individual player, absolutely outstanding. And that's what you can do with fans like that. You can
Yeah,
allow it to be cheery. You can allow them to have a good time, and then show the respect. and everyone just has a fantastic and great time with it. I cannot speak highly enough about the fans at South Africa.
Yeah, it
Just
was crazy.
fantastic. Yeah, the amount of respect just blew me away. And just to get like, I'm not sure how many were in the stands there, but just to get them all quiet on every single shot, fair play, absolutely brilliant. So a lot of respect for South Africa now.
Yeah, they've definitely put the whole country and continent on the map now. Like you said there, they were so rowdy. They were singing the national anthem and all sorts. But then the
Yeah,
second the shot was about to be taken, complete silence. It was phenomenal. Like pat on the back to everyone involved. I think it was unbelievable, and it's yeah. What
yeah, it was.
will it be the tournament of the year? Like Adelaide's won it the last few years, and could this be the new number one?
I think it takes it. If personally, the way
Yeah,
that event was ran, the course was immaculate. Even though it's
yeah,
had the rain, I totally understand. It's had a little
yeah,
bit of downpour on there. The course just looked great, and I was
yeah.
kind of like that high view of the tee on the first. I thought was fantastic. You could just see if they were going to go for it or drive for it.
Mm,
Then you start looking around the course, and it probably sounds proper silly me saying this as a golf course, but it looks so green. I was like, everything's green. It's like it
yeah,
was just pureness. Like it just looked
yeah,
fantastic. And it's like I would probably shoot 150 there, but I would love to go play that course. It looked like a course I could go out and go and have a knock around and try and
mm,
test my skills on it. It just looked fantastic and real nice on the eyes. And what a
yeah.
golf course! What a golf course! It was stunning, absolutely stunning.
Yeah, the golf course was beautiful. Some of the holes were long though, like 550-yard par fours, but then it was at altitude, so the ball's flying a bit further.
Yeah,
It was
that
just
is
so
true.
good. Like I say, you could have gone for it on the first. Was a few drivable par fours, really long par fours. The par threes were massive. It was phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, like you said there was just so much variety in there as well, which just made it even better.
Mm.
Are they going to go for it? No. Okay, then they lay up, and then the next hole they got, like you say, a 500-yard par four, and then a 600-yard par five. It's like what the. He was just so
Yeah,
much like variation in the course. He was absolutely fantastic, and you've got to give credit to Bryson. What he did was absolutely unbelievable. Now I know the South African fans were cheering him on, but I know they wanted one of their boys to win that
yeah,
tournament. He was adamant that they were going to do that, but they cheered him along the way. It was just massive, kind of like, okay, these are good players. We're going to cheer them all on because we got golf in South Africa. That's how it felt like
yeah,
to me, even
yeah,
though the cheers were a bit louder for a South African player, which I totally respect. But
yeah,
Bryson was still getting his cheers as well.
yeah,
Ron was getting his cheers. Everyone was getting a good representation and just a good, well, backing as well. And it was great to see that. But Bryson just delivering on that playoff hole. I thought when he hit that drive, I was like, oh,
yeah,
he's in trouble here. I saw that lie. I knew he was going to get a drop because it looked like tire tracks had gone through that mud as
yeah,
well. So he was
yeah,
obviously going to get it. But to hit that 3 wood,
yeah,
Jesus wept. What an absolute cracker that was of a shot. And I felt like that was it then. As soon as he hit that, I knew he'd won it. Was John Rahm had to go for it. There was no ifs or buts. He had to go for that shot there, and him hitting a 3 wood just coming up short in that bunker was a little bit too much for him. He had the putt at it, but he was
yeah.
Bryson just putting a little bit of pressure on him, just proved the point there. It was unbelievable final hole.
Yeah, Bryson again just pulling out the bag. Rom isn't doing too well. I've noticed in his playoffs he's lost the last few, and I wonder if that's in the back of his mind as well. But Bryson's shot was he got a bit lucky with the not with lucky with the drop because it's the rule of golf, but it
Yeah,
was like he got to put his ball down clean it and then bang, and it was one of the shots of the tournament on the
mm,
playoff, and yeah, it was absolutely phenomenal. And the crowd was circling all the green, and it was it
yeah,
was it was unbelievable. I do feel though for Grace missing that putt at the end to force a team
yeah,
playoff. I think everyone was willing that to go in, and that was the first time I think properly where the team aspect was slightly like overshadowing the singles. Like
yes,
everyone was
yeah,
just focused on the team leaderboard, and that was the first
mhm.
time properly where you're thinking, right, I'm actually rooting for the Southern Guards here. Only not because I did hot pick the Crushers not to win an event, but that's gone. But yeah, it was phenomenal, and
Yeah,
but there's so much respect between them all, and that
mm.
yeah, phenomenal, absolutely
It
phenomenal. But
was.
well deserved for Bryson. He held his
Yeah,
cool, didn't he?
yeah, he certainly did. And if we are going to be seeing Bryson and John Rahm for the rest of the year, bring it on. Let me have it. I want to see that rivalry. I want to see that every single week. Yeah, I'd love to see someone else come in and chuck in there, but if it's going to be Bryson and Rahm battling out every week, we're in for some fantastic events in the upcoming future as well. So I can't wait for that. But even though Jon Rahm played so well, which he did, I still feel like from the 4 rounds, I just think Bryson deserved it. He's just, as soon as that first tee shot, I was like, yeah, he's up for this. This is.
He looked on fire.
Yeah, he did, and obviously he got emotional at the end there. And I know that we've been saying there's something that's happening with Bryson. We just don't know what it is. We still obviously don't, but he has come out and said in the interview, he was like, I wish I could tell you, but I just can't. So I was like, okay, there is something going on in his mind. That's why the past 3 weeks has probably been, or past 3 events, should I say, sorry, that he's not been the best that he's been at his ability. And I was like, And then I was like, as soon as he spoke to Arlo, I was like, it's all making sense. Something has definitely happened, because he said in the postseason, and then he was like, in the last events, he's like, just kind of stuttered his words. I was like, this has been going on a lot longer than what he's laying on it. That he actually meant postseason. He meant that. I swear he did. And obviously some things have been going on before that. So it'll be interesting to see if something does get said, what is actually going on. But I know it seems to be paining him a little bit. So I wish him all the best with whatever is going on outside of the golfing world, because he's an absolute cult hero inside the golfing world for a lot of people. So I think we all want him to do well, and whatever he's going through, hopefully he sorts it out fast.
Yeah, fingers crossed everything's okay. Like I said, we don't know what it is. But yeah, I think hopefully it's nothing serious. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. Back to back wins on LIV. We were saying about 2 or 3 podcasts ago how we don't feel like he's where he was, where he can be, and all of a sudden he pulls 2 wins out just like that, just before the Masters.
Yeah.
And then he said to Jerry at the end, I want him to come with me to the Masters as well. So, like I say, is he a hot pick for the Masters? I don't know.
He's got a chance. And if we're talking about Masters, I have to feel sorry for Dietrich. Oh, touching distance. Absolute touching distance. He needed a top 2 finish, but obviously Jon Rahm coming in there hot and firing in. They just couldn't get it. And I think that downpour of rain just didn't help as well. It caused a lot of issues for a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people had a couple of issues at there, and he just couldn't get over that stepping line. But hopefully, with how Dietrich's playing in the future, we will see him in some of the majors, because we've spent it for the past 4 episodes now. What a player he is. He's fantastic. His ball strike and his ability. There is definitely a win on LIV Tour for Dietrich. I'm telling you now, he's a fantastic player. So, commiserations for him. But hopefully he takes it as a stepping stone of, actually, I think I can get there. Let's step it on, and let's put a bit of pressure on these players, and he pushes on and tries to get his win, because it'd be fantastic to see him up there.
Yeah, Faraty was speaking on the broadcast, wasn't he? How Faraty is not happy with the ranking still. He said he's annoyed by it, and he feels like Dietrich deserves his spot on the Masters. Like I said, he's been super consistent. Dietrich, he's always there or thereabouts. He's got ranking points of nearly every event now, and he's still nowhere near. And I understand it's like all the LIV players now have got to catch up in their WGR, because they've lost so many points over the last few years. So Dietrich's just come straight from his previous tour to this one, but he's well capable, like you've said. Now all he needs is a few more good performances, and he'll get into do the majors, and he'll get invites. And you never know, Masters might see this and go, you know what, we'll chuck him an invite anyway. So if he finished at 51st or something now, and he needs like 1 point to be in there. So he deserves it, but technically not in. But you never know. But he will win on LIV. It might just be another kind of Patrick Reed situation where we're just waiting for him to eventually win, because he's always there, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely is.
But I love him. He's quality.
Yeah, he is just an absolute striking machine. He is class. So I see him getting on there as well. I felt like speaking of other players as well, Answer. I feel like Answer is just. He's getting better week by week for me. Each tournament is just getting better and better. This week, phenomenal. Just once again, striking the ball, putting it in positions where he needs to be. Put is good. I'm really liking Anson, especially being on that Torquay side as well. It's good to see, and I think he's found a home now. I know he did well at Fireballs, but I think with the team that he's got there, I think he's another one that's got a win in him this year. I really do think he's got a win in him, and Mexico next. You never know. You never
Going to
know.
be hopefully another big event.
Yeah.
He did mention saying the Mexicans now will see that and they'll want to better it. And I think it's
Yeah.
just going to be like a stepping stone for
Of
these
course it
events.
is. Yeah, yeah.
The world golf is just going to keep getting bigger, and I feel like LIV are tapping into that market very, very well. And
Yeah.
we did think at the beginning of the season like LIV have lost a bit of momentum, players are
Mm.
leaving, and then you look at the last three tournaments, and it's just been unbelievable, and it
Yeah.
just keeps getting better and better and better. And maybe a few players on PJ and DP World Tour are seeing these things, thinking, "I want a piece of that now. I feel like I'm missing out," and you just never know. But yeah, I do agree. Answers trending, and like I said, going on to a slight stat, not taking over your segment here, but
Yeah, you can
they
fire
said on the
away.
broadcast, he was like 45th in like driving distance in the
Yeah.
league. Like he's one of the shortest hitters in the league, but then his approach play must be unbelievable.
He is
Like pure
phenomenal.
ball striker. Yeah,
Yeah, he is phenomenal.
yeah,
And the thing is, like you said there, like he's like short. Well, I say short. I can't drive near him, but
yeah,
for
yeah,
Liv, he is
yeah,
short.
yeah,
But
yeah.
a little a stat into there is he hit fairways. He was most fairways this weekend.
Was he?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that helps
yeah.
massively. So he was top of the list of fairways. So
Yeah,
if
what
you,
a player.
yeah, it's just fantastic play, and it's good to see as well. Crushers did get the win though, as well as we spoke on there. Unfortunately, Southern Gods just lost it at the end there. It was unfortunate for him, but it was nice to see that the Crushers. Obviously, you went for they would never win, and I went for the Southern Gods to win. So we were both wrong on
Yeah,
that. But
yeah,
another fantastic event for him. Good to see them actually getting on the winners board now. So
yeah,
that's them done. Maybe that'll push them to get a bit more there as
yeah.
well. Because if I'm not mistaken, Amaliri finished 20 under. He finished tied ninth. And I don't think we have spoke about him at all this season. He's been kind of that like hidden player that's just you don't really he's on the tour, but you don't really see many highlights for him. Or you
Yeah.
don't see much stuff for him. But he finished tied ninth. I think that's his best finish this year, if I'm not
Yeah, I
mistaken.
think he's
So
been
that is
struggling big time, and that was a
yeah.
great result.
Yeah, it certainly was as
Yeah.
well. And Charles Howell III came exact same night for him. He was tied ninth with him
Oh,
at 20
I
under.
love
So
Charles Howell's swing.
yeah,
It's
it's
just
very
packed and
just
just
like
very nice.
yeah, natural. It's a great swing. But yeah, the
Yeah.
Crushers did fantastic well. Like I say,
Mm.
Southern Guards been nowhere all season, so it was nice to see them up there as well, doing something pretty
Yeah.
decent. So fair play to them as well. A little segment that we always do as well now. Apparently, it's come to the things. How did you think of the trophy? What did you like the trophy?
I thought it was quite cool.
It's a
Yeah.
cool trophy, wasn't it?
I sent you a little photograph and I thought,
I
mate,
know, yeah.
this is nice.
It's a good
It's,
trophy.
yeah,
Would you
yeah.
put
What
it
do you think?
above? Would you put it above Hong Kong? So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
it was cool.
Yeah, the lines down. It was yeah, man. I'd like that on my mantelpiece. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like sitting up there, look at it. It's like yeah, I'm a lion. Yeah.
yeah. I'm so glad they've changed the trophies.
I mean, I think it's a great
Yeah,
addition. Just something
yeah,
that needed to be done there. And yeah, I just wish they did it earlier. Because how many
yeah.
seasons have
Me.
we had now, and like how many owls have we
Yeah,
had? It's like, yeah, we just needed that. It makes the thumbnails look nicer as well.
yeah. We should. We do like a rating system of the trophies.
We might have to. We might have to. If we can get like a good picture of them all, we'll start giving them a
Yeah,
ranking
behind the
and stuff
scenes,
like
we can
that.
rate like the current ones and then
Yeah,
add the rest in.
yeah, we can do that. We can
We can
sort
do
something
that.
out for that, and I'll give a
That'd be cool.
rundown each week of where's what.
Yeah,
But that, yeah, honestly, all in all, what a fantastic event! It was absolutely brilliant, and anyone associated with Liv should be proud of that event and that what has just happened there. Everyone that should be South African should be proud of that because all in all, an amazing event. Made it a super enjoyable experience and just an all-time fun watch. And I'm super happy I got to watch it. It's absolutely brilliant. Can't.
yeah,
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
yeah. I can't really add much more to that. The whole thing was phenomenal. I'm looking forward to next year's already.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Yeah,
But I will get into a few statistics. Obviously, Damien's on holiday, so we don't want to keep him too long because he's got stuff to do. So I won't go into all the details. I'll just tell you a couple of the best players, fairways, greens and regulation, putting, all that lot. I'll go into it. So number one for fairways found, Abraham Answer. He hit 49 of the 56. He was 87%.
Wow.
87%, which is pretty decent. Second, Ben Campbell. He
Really?
He hit 47 out of the 56, which was 83%. Third, Ian Poulter. Good old Poulter. To be fair, Poulter started well on the first round.
Yeah, he did.
He did start well. So he hit 47 of the 56, which is exactly the same as Ben Campbell, which got him to 83%, which I thought was pretty interesting.
What happened after that then?
Why Poulter doing Poulter? Poulter doing Ian Poulter things, which is pretty crazy. John Rahm tied 33rd. He hit 36 out of 56. He missed 20 fairways.
God.
64%. Bryson DeChambeau.
It's a bit crazy.
Bryson DeChambeau tied 38th. He hit 35 out of 56. He hit 62% of his fairways.
Do we think after all these stats that seeing these is hitting fairways is overrated?
Yeah. I'll just get it as hard as I can, and just whenever it goes, just deal with that situation there. That's what I'm going to do.
It seems that way.
It does. And as we head over to greens in regulation, first, top of the list, Larry Cantor. He had 62 of the 72 greens in regulation. That's an 86% greens in regulation, which I found absolutely.
Where did he finish?
Interested. So Larry Cantor finished tied 17. I think that's his best he's had this year because he's been a bit shocking.
That's not too bad then.
Tied 17th, he shot 16 under. So he didn't do too bad. 2 under, 5 under, 2 under, 7 under. He had a very good final round.
Yeah.
Fair play to him there. Bogey free as well, final round, so that's fair play.
Yeah.
Second, Brandon Grace. He hit 61 of the 72. And then David Puig hit 61 out of 72 as well. So that's your top 3 there.
Yeah,
which is
Puig was looking good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah.
Interesting stat though is Young Han Son, who came 4th in both fairways found and greens in regulation. So he came 4th, which isn't too bad. He hit 46 of the 56 fairways, which is he's missed 10, and then he hit 61 out of the 72, which is the same as Grace and the same as Puig. And he finished tied 17th as well with Larry Cantor. He's 16 under. So it's telling me that like the misses are either really bad when they're missing, or the putting is just not very good when they're on the greens. Which is
strange.
Yeah, it's a little one because Jonan Song finished tied 47 for putting, which was 118 putts. So he dropped down, finishing 47th. That's very bad.
Yeah, like I said, I'd really bad misses or just meters to the hole.
Yeah.
Must have been like 50 yards away from the pin every time or something.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's mad to think that. Bryson came top, 106 putts. Tom McKibben came second with 107. Wow. And then Richard Bland came tied third with Cam Smith with 108.
No way. Blandy's still going.
Blandy's up there, yeah. Like I say it every single time, man. He's just inspiration for like a younger 30s kind of guy of like, just keep going. Keep going. You can still play golf. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. But yeah, it was interesting to see that. Some good kind of interesting stuff in there, especially from like Young Han Song finishing 4th greens and fairways and then just slipping down and tied 17th finish. It's really interesting to see. I'd love to know where the misses are and what's going on. Like, is the miss going in a bunker and they're taking 2 out the bunker, or they're going over the green and stuff like that? Dead interesting to see, but it always proves that like them shots are costly, and that's what's probably costing them in the games and stuff like that. So super interested on the stats, and I'm very interested. Yeah, very interested. Now, we've got a couple of weeks break, if I'm not mistaken, before we do head into Mexico. I think it's like the 16th. Is it the 16th of April, if I'm not mistaken?
Something like that, yeah.
I think I checked.
Check the phones on the camera, so can't check. You might be right, though.
Yeah, 16th of April, we are heading to Mexico. I'm not even gonna. I looked at the course name and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna pronounce that. That's too difficult. Let's have a look at the event details though, and we will see. So, if you are in the UK, it is going to be 8:15 p.m. tee off.
Okay.
So that'll be late
nights.
Late nights for the UK guys. Yeah, round 4 tees off. Okay, these are all over the shop. So why did they do this? First round is going to be 8:15 tee off. Second round is going to be 7:15 tee off. Third round is going to be 6:45 tee off. And then the final round is going to be 7:05 all PM. So that's like four different tee off times there for an event, which is...
Yeah, I think I figured this out now. Why? So today on the broadcast, I was saying how on the last round, you know how we have like a staggered start with the last 2 groups?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
On the first,
yeah.
They did 3 staggered rounds, three groups started on the first, I think.
Yeah, they do that
so
now,
it was like, so it's the final 3, which might be why they make it on earlier. I could just be making all this up, but LIV, I feel like I don't know how they do it, because it's like people mustn't be teeing off on the 17th, and it must be like 2 or 3 holes behind to leave time for the groups to tee off on the first.
Yeah, they would be. Yeah, they'd probably start on like the 15th, and then it'll go full circle then, and that allows them to tee off. Yeah.
But it was for the first time, it was like you saw Rahm, the group before, thinking, right, he's got to birdie this, because Bryson's coming up on the next hole. So it was like the whole argument of they wanting the leading groups to be all finishing on 18, like they are all finishing on 18.
They've worked it out. That's how it does it. It's very rare that you'll see someone in the third group be top. But even though the third group is still finishing on the 18th, it's very rare of the fourth group, should I say, then who's starting on the second is going to finish before. And by the time they've finished, you've still got your 3 other groups that are going to come in as well. So it will 100% finish on the 18th, unless something absolutely crazy happens and someone shoots a 57. It'll be bizarre, but
LIV done
something like that. Yeah. But it's all sorted, so it's not. The first 3 rounds will be shotgun. Then the 4th one, you do get your couple of groups out there as beforehand. So it makes all sense. It works out, and it always does finish on the 18th. Yeah, it's there. Well, Mexico's going to be an exciting one, like you say, especially with seeing South Africa and Adelaide. Are they going to up it? Are they going to try and go one more? I always know that Mexico's always a fun one. I'm always excited to see it. It's a real nice course out there as well. Have you got any ideas who you think's going to win Mexico?
No clue at all. I think answer would be a cool pick, Mexican.
Yes.
I know Neiman isn't Mexican, but Latin American. I'd like to see Neiman win, because he's not quite there. He's good because he's finishing good results, but he's not quite there. I'd like to see Neiman do it. Yeah, that would be my pick. Rom's got a win now. Bryson's got 2. It'd be good to get another one. I think Neiman would be mine, and then my hot pick would be I'd like Dietrich to win. I really want him to win.
Same.
Yeah.
I'd like Dietrich to win. I don't think he will though. I've got a funny feeling like Carlos Ortiz, I think, might shine there. I think he's playing some good golf. He really is. It's him or Puig. I think one of them two might sneak away with it this time. I think they're just playing good golf. They're locked in, and I feel like they're both at a comfort zone now where they can just. I don't want to use the word casually, because it's just they're playing professional golf. It's not casual, but I just feel like they're at the stage where they can just relax a little bit more and just play the golf. And when they're like that, they are much better golfers. And I feel like either Puig or Ortiz are going to be the winner for me on that one. I would love to see Dietrich win. I really would. Or just be up there again and they're fighting for it with them. Yeah. But with Bryson and Rahm, how they're going, it's going to be one heck of a player to try and top them, because that is going to be a big ask the way them two boys are in form. And I think it'll be interesting to see how it goes before the Masters, because it'll be interesting with that. So that's going to be the real tipping point for him. I'm interested in seeing that. But who do you reckon you're going to go for the teams?
I think Torquay will do it in
Mm,
Latin America. I think Torquay will do it. I really do. I can't
yeah.
see the Crushers winning again. Nothing against them, but I think Torquay,
Hmm.
like you said, you've got Answer playing well. Neiman's expected to do well.
Yeah.
Um, what's his name? Ortiz
Yeah.
as well. He's up there. So you just never know. But
No.
yeah.
I can't see past Torquay. I really can't.
Mm.
That's gonna be my pick. If he does go anyone else, I'd probably say Fireballs. I think they'll be
Yeah.
up there. I know they haven't had the best of kind of starts, but they finished fourth this event, so
Yeah, they've done it well this event.
that's a
Yeah.
good event for them. So I think they'll take that into the next event as well. And I think that I think a course like Mexico will probably suit them, especially like the South American flair. Is that'll just suit them down to a T. They'll be fine with
Yeah.
that. So I'm excited to see who comes on top of that. But I think Torquay just sneak that for them there, and they're going to get it. But I hope they do anyway because Torquay's my team.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, like I said, guys, it's going to be just a little short one from us today. A little recap. We won't let Damien go away and enjoy his holiday. I'll be stuck in the UK doing all the editing. It's fine. It's how it is. Well, no,
Yeah.
we do appreciate everyone that is watching it, and we are seeing the channel growing a little bit. We're getting more interaction with our videos and stuff like that, which we're super grateful for, and we're glad that people are enjoying it. And I hope you are just here for the ride that we're going to take on here. So, guys, if you're over on YouTube, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a subscribe. It helps us out massively. If you're still listening to us on Spotify, we appreciate it and keep listening because you guys are the cool ones. So, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you all in the next one. Much love and bye bye.
Bye bye.